What's up, everybody? I'm back. It's been a pretty long hiatus, but I'm back here with Donko, the main man. Welcome to the Mueller. Well, it's not Mueller Monday anymore, but welcome to the Mueller Show. Mueller Meadows. That's what we're about. We got a little NFL talk today. We're gonna talk it up about the NFL power rankings. The last. Well, we don't have. Well, we have one more. We got one more preseason game, but usually it's the second one here where all the starters play. So we got a pretty good understanding what's going on. So we got the NFL power rankings. This is presented from the NFL himself. So we got some questionable ones. We're going to go over the top 10. We're going to talk about who should be in it, who shouldn't be in it, maybe, switch them up a little bit. But of course, Brett Dunkel's in the building. So we got to say what's up to Dunk. Dunk, how are we doing?
I'm great, man. Been living life. Been fired up down there at Carthage with the Firebirds, man. Firebird football looking good. We're ready to get our first dub of the season on September 4th at Whitewater.
Oh,
Um, and Coach Haas and Coach Mullen may or may not be joining us on Monday to talk about the Carthage Firebird football season. Last night we had a great episode with myself, Burbach, and Mangle. That was a lot of fun. It was a really good episode. That is currently about to be posted here tonight, and you guys will see this video tomorrow. But Jake, I'm doing great. How are you, man? I'm so happy that you're back, and we're back to doing these, man. It's a lot of fun.
wait. I, did you say Coach Mueller? Is Jake coaching the Carthage football team? Is that what I've been hearing?
It's Coach Mealing.
Okay. I didn't know if I got a spot that I didn't know about, but all right, man. No, I'm doing pretty good. It was definitely probably one of the busiest summers of my life, but I definitely made it count. Definitely did a lot of cool things with work, especially
Yeah.
memories, family, all that good stuff. But of course, I'm back here just in time for the NFL Sunday show, of course, and the first one is going to be coming up soon, which will probably be one of the coolest ones we're ever going to do. But hey, I don't want to spoil any of those plans.
No spoilers. No
Dude, I won't
spoilers.
spoil them, man. But all right, let's get right into this NFL Power Rankings presented by J25 Mule and the coach Brett Dunkel. Let's get into it. All right. So of course, number one, we have the reigning champions with the GOAT in center. You got the world's most badass offense. You got the boys on D. Of course, I'm talking about the Buccaneers, baby. Buccaneers make it a number one spot as they should. They're going to try to take on, everybody. Tom Brady's going for the not the seventh, but the eighth title. So that's going to be really cool to see. So we'll definitely see if he gets onto that. Well, I'll just go through the list real quick and then we'll talk about how it sound good.
Sounds good, Jake.
All right. So like I said, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I won't give them all a big end, big
Yeah,
thing. All right,
we,
here we
we
go.
good.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers go at number one. Number two is Kansas City Chiefs. No surpriser. Buffalo Bills. You got the cheeseheads of the North, the Green Bay Packers, Lambeau Field, historical. Aaron Rodgers comes back. You got Packers at 4. You got the Ravens at 5. You got the Rams at 6. Seahawks at 7. The Browns at 8. The 49ers at 9. And lastly, to round off the list, is the Steelers at 10 and a little extra spice for it. Tennessee Titans at 11. And the Chargers are at 12. So, Dunkel, right off the bat, we got Tampa Bay and we got the Chiefs. What are we feeling about this one? Me personally, I feel like it's a toss-up. You can go one or two either way here, but I'm glad they gave the respect to the name to the Buccaneers as they should. What about you?
I mean, Jake, I think you can't go wrong with the top two teams here. I mean, when you talk about Tampa Bay, they pretty much brought everybody back. Um,
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I think that this full off season is going to change some things there. I think that Tampa will probably be even better in the regular season than they were last year. Um, I think again, with the fact that they won last year, I think they're going to get everyone's best shot. So I think they'll be a 12 or 13 win team. I don't think they're going to be a undefeated team like everyone's saying. I just don't, because I think in the NFL nowadays it's just really hard to, because you talk about injuries, you talk about guys sometimes coming off a short week, don't have as great of games, all the above, and especially with fans coming back this year, I
Yep.
think the road atmospheres are going to be absolutely insane.
Yep.
But yeah, Tampa Bay number one, agree. Kansas City number two. I mean, they got so much talent on that team. Completely revamped the offensive line. Really excited to see how that looks heading into this year. Um,
I agree. I agree. Especially since adding another game, that's also adding another challenge.
Yep.
So I agree with you. I don't think the Buccaneers are going to go undefeated. I think they're going to be, definitely one of the top teams.
Mhm.
That's without injuries, God forbid. But no, I totally agree with you. I think Patrick Mahomes is obviously going to be, top two quarterback for the season. I believe that their offense will probably set even more records than was possible. You're going to see a lot of cool trick plays and whatnot. So I think, it's the no brainer. 1 and 2, definitely locked in. But coming in number 3, we have the Buffalo Bills. And number 4, we got the Packers. How are we feeling about these two spots so far, Dunk, with the Bills at 3, Packers at 4?
Now I know everyone's gonna say I'm biased on this one, but I don't know how you don't have the Packers at number three. When you look at their team last season, when you look at the quarterback play that they had in Aaron Rodgers, his relationship with Matt LaFleur seems to be just fine. He spanked him in the butt on the sideline in the preseason game against the Jets. It was pretty funny. Um, but I think, yeah, I think Green Bay deserves to be number three. I think when you look at the talent on that team, uh, Zadarius Smith, Jair Alexander, Darnell Savage, Kenny Clark, David Bakhtiari, Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, this is a team chock full of talent. Obviously, D-Bach, when he gets back, is going to be huge for us. Still uncertain if he'll play week one. My guess is probably not. I would target him to return against the San Francisco 49ers in week three, which we'll talk about them in a little bit. Um, and I think what separates these two teams is I'll take Aaron Rodgers over Josh Allen any day of the week. Because I think they're pretty comparable in talent. But I'll take Rodgers over Josh Allen. So Green Bay at 3, Buffalo at 4 is what I would do. But some people say that's biased. Jake, what are your thoughts?
I hate to agree with you, but I'm gonna agree with you, man. I hate the Packers with my whole heart and every part of my body. But no, I agree with you. Aaron Rodgers is a really great quarterback. I don't think the Buffalo Bills have really proven anything. They got a good offense and whatnot. They do a lot of cool stuff and all that. And I get it, they won their division, all, but in the playoffs, they didn't really produce. And the
Yep.
Packers, were literally right there for it. A couple bad plays here and there. I think the Packers defense might be a little underrated too, to be honest with you. Like you mentioned, a lot of great players on there, a lot of errands always. I think Packers need to get rid of that fetish, but that's besides the point. So I think they got a lot of good pass rushing. They obviously Alexander, so that's a hard name. He's a top cornerback. You can put him anywhere on the list, and you can justify it. So for me, I agree with you. Packers should be above Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, and I feel like Josh Allen is kind of similar, like you said, definitely similar to Aaron Rodgers.
Mhm.
Obviously, he doesn't have the resume, but the capabilities are there, and
Yep.
it's definitely cool to see him play. But all right, so we're on agreement there. Next are these two teams that I feel like should maybe get a couple spaces down. I'm
Yep.
saying a couple of spaces down. We got at 5 we have the Baltimore Ravens, and 6 we got the Los Angeles Rams, my man. So we all know how I feel about the Ravens. They're gonna be a great regular season team. They're gonna do all the flashy plays. I'm gonna be
The
over here.
Heisman package.
Oh my God, Psych Houdini. I'm over here. Oh, but then when you get into the playoffs, baby, man, where are you? Primetime lights, where are you, baby? I don't know. Lamar, what are we doing, man? He ain't pulling no Paul Pierces no more. That was my favorite interview ever. I love that interview. But that's besides the point. Lamar, baby, I need to see you pass the ball. I need to see you prime time. So you get the fuck out of here. You're going down. Los Angeles Rams. Hey, I think they made one of the biggest splashes this offseason was
Yep.
definitely getting a good, stable quarterback who can pass the rock at an efficient level and who's a fucking genius. Thank you for the Rams. I think they're probably going to be like I'd say the third best team in the NFC. I'd put them behind Tampa, Green Bay for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
Um, I wouldn't put them up too high yet. I mean, their defense is going to be the best. Their defense is going to be the best. That's in my opinion.
Jalen
I think
Ramsey, Aaron Donald. Yeah.
exactly. I'm a Bears fan, so I say start Andy Dalton, let Andy Dalton die the first week. Let it be. RIP to Red Rocket. That's besides the point. Me, I wouldn't even have. I would probably put the Ravens at probably 9, 8, and then I'd put the Rams maybe at 6 or 5. So they're decently they're decently put. But how about you, big man? Ravens, Rams. Talk to me about them.
So I actually think the Rams should be either 5 or 6, because like you talked about, Jake, with their defense, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, those two guys alone are probably two of the top 3 defensive players in the league. I would say T.J. Watt's probably the third. Um, I would have Baltimore down a little bit. I'll say this, man. I'm high on Marlon Humphrey. I'm high on Marcus Peters, that defense. I'm really high on them. Uh, Big J.K. Dobbins fan, from his time at The Ohio State University. I think he's going to have a great year, OHIO. Um, but I would put Baltimore down a little bit only because I'm not sold on them. And you look at their schedule, Jake. They have the Chiefs. They have the Colts. They have Green Bay. They have the Browns twice. They have Pittsburgh twice. Cincinnati twice. I think everyone's sleeping on Cincinnati. I mean, they're playing in one of the better divisions in football.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk about their schedule, I think they're 11, 12 win team. They probably win a wild card game, and then they're going to lose to probably Kansas City or Buffalo or Tennessee or maybe the Colts or New England possibly. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. And here's the thing again, like I'll say this, the Ravens have made a lot of improvements this year, Jake. But again, they have Greg Roman as their offensive coordinator. Lamar Jackson does his best when he's running the ball and making plays. Are a bunch of wide receivers really going to help your offense when you don't know how to utilize them the best? I'm not sure how it's all going to work. So I would say pump the brakes on Baltimore. Again, Jake, I think they are a team that is probably going to finish second in the AFC North behind Cleveland because I think the Browns are going to win that division this year.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar's going to have a great season, probably will be in the MVP conversation.
Yep. Great fantasy player. Great fantasy player.
And then in the divisional round, they're going to lose to probably Kansas City.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. And the Rams, I think they're a similar team. I
I
think
just don't think I just don't think Lamar Jackson is a championship quarterback. I just think he's more of a Showtime kind of guy. That's just me. Be real.
yeah. I mean, Jake, here's my thing. I'll say this, okay? I respect Lamar Jackson. I think that sometimes he gets hated on a little bit too much. But again, the hate is kind of deserving. When you only win one playoff game, I mean, Jake, in 2018, they were 13-3. They're the best team all year. They smoked Bill Belichick, and they lost in the first playoff game they played. That's a problem. Lamar has not beaten Mahomes yet. That's a problem. Josh Allen has made an AFC championship game before Lamar Jackson. That's a problem. When you look at all this stuff, it adds up to, well, who's most of the blame go to, Jake? It goes to the quarterback. Because guess what? When Tampa, when Kansas City, when Green Bay, when they don't get the job done, who gets to share the blame? Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers. Those three. So if
Yeah.
Lamar's an elite quarterback, he's got to be able to get the credit and take the blame.
Oh, that's well said. Someone clipped that. That should be on a shirt, man. That is it. I love to hear that. I love to hear that, Dunkel. But now we got these two teams, got these two teams, man. I like one of them for sure. One of them you just mentioned. So at number 7, we got the Seattle Seahawks. And we got the Browns at 8, man. We got the Browns at 8. We were just talking about how the Browns, I think this is way too low for the Browns, man. Way too low, way too low. The Browns got a good defense. I think they got a real good freaking Hulk-like guy on the defense, man, with Garrett out there, man. The freaking guy who takes helmets off and beats people. Baker was showing up a little bit late in last season, especially in the playoffs. Those guys were definitely balling out. They definitely whooped the crap out of the Steelers, and everybody's so high on the Steelers. I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy, I guess. I think this is a big, 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 big year for Baker Mayfield and the boys of the Browns. You get Odell back. You got your whole offense. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. So they're good for all season. They're like Michelin tires. They're all good for season round, all type of football, baby. But of course, Baker Mayfield, he likes to turn the ball over a little bit sometimes, maybe in the most important situation. So we'll see how that goes. Seattle Seahawks, man, you got to protect that franchise quarterback, man. That is your key to success. He's taken you 2 Super Bowls. You've won one of them. You almost won the second one, but that's besides the point. Run the ball. Second off, golly, DK Metcalf. Everyone's so high on him. He's a stud, physical specimen, near godlike. Jesus Louise, man, you got to step it up in your division though when you go against Jalen Ramsey because he babies you. All right, I just had to say it. I do not put him as a top 5 wide receiver here in the NFL. I will not do it. I will not say that. He's not a top 5 wide receiver. I said it. I can think of 12 different people ahead of him, myself included.
Hey,
so I think the Seahawks are way too high on this list. I think they should be more towards 9 or 10.
okay.
What do you think?
So I already see something right now that I would like to do. I would literally switch Cleveland and Baltimore, and I would say it's good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because here's the thing. Again, Cleveland, I thought had one of the best off seasons. Getting JOK, getting Greg Newsome, signing Jadeveon Clowney, really improving that defense because you already have you have a top 3 offensive line in football. You have Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, very good. You have Odell and Landry on the outside. You have Hooper at tight end. Baker Mayfield has improved. So I like the Browns heading into the season. I think they're an interesting team. Jay, going to your point on DK Metcalf, if you guys want to figure out who the real top 5 wide receivers are in the NFL, make sure to go check out the Dunkless top 5 wide receiver list. Because I tell you, DK Metcalf ain't in the top 5, but I tell y'all who is in the top 5. Hashtag link it. Hashtag link it. But Jake, I agree with you though. Seattle is a little too high for me. Don't get me wrong. I mean, DK Jamal Russ is great, but last season I watched Seattle get dominated at the line of scrimmage. You know who's coming back this year? Nick Bosa. Aaron Donald is still in that division. JJ Watt and Chandler Jones are in that division. So they better figure it out fast, or else they're going to be in trouble. Not saying Seattle's not a playoff team. I think they'll sneak in there. Don't get me wrong. But are they the best team in this division? No. Are they the second best? I tell you right now, I'd probably take the 49ers over them. If I'm being
I would, damn near I would if they start Jimmy Okay, that's we'll talk about that later because
we'll talk about that. Yeah.
They're coming up. Oh, those spoilers. But what about the Browns? What about the Browns? The Browns. You talk about the Browns?
The Browns, I mean, they're unbelievable. I talked about the Browns, yeah. I think they're a really good team. I would switch them in Baltimore and call it a day.
I think so too. You got Jadeveon Clowney and you got Myles Garrett. You got a nice secondary.
And Jake, is it far fetched to say that Baker Mayfield is creeping towards Lamar Jackson's level?
Oh no, I would say that. I would put them as of right now. Oh God, people can fucking hate me. I'd put them on the same level. I would just because, dude. Okay, I'd rather have my man throw interceptions than lose games because you're gonna lose games no matter what if you throw interceptions. But at least from Baker Mayfield's perspective, they win games. He might have a better team around him. Don't give a damn. I'd rather see my guy on the sidelines, Baker Mayfield, talk his talk and not worry about pooping during the fourth quarter. But that's besides the point. Baker Mayfield's a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. All right. You just mentioned freaking Nick Bosa, the freaking boys in San Francisco. They come in at number 9. Pittsburgh Steelers coming at number 10. I personally think San Fran is going to be slept on. I think they had to put him here, though, just because of last season. Are they going to start Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo? I mean, that's why they have him here so high, and then especially going out with all the like off-season talk, whatever.
Yeah.
You're getting back players though. All right. Early
Yeah.
in the season last year, you got freaking slaughtered with injuries, major injuries
Yeah.
too. So that's also a concern.
George Kittle
But
missed a lot of time.
George Kittle, you got the defense, Jimmy Garoppolo as well. So here we go. If I am a 49ers fan, I would want to start Jimmy Garoppolo over Trey
Okay.
Lance because of the
Agreed.
experience. I think so too. I think I'm
Agreed.
gonna be real with
Yeah.
you. I think Trey Lance is gonna be a bust. That's just besides the point. I wouldn't have not picked them at so early in the draft. I wouldn't have done it. I just wouldn't have done it. I would have freaking gone for. I would have traded, to be honest with you, because if I'm bringing all the boys back, I would have traded that pick. I would have done it way differently. But that's why I'm not a GM. All right, that's why I go to Carthage College. All right, baby. Shout out to the Firebirds. Make sure they're at the game on Saturday. All right. I say if I were to do this, San Fran should be, I think, somewhere, I'd say maybe like 7, 8. So they're relatively in the same place. Pittsburgh, get the hell out of here. I don't know who the hell you think you are. Big Ben, whatever. Juju Smith-Schuster, give a damn. I don't care. TJ Watt,
TikTok. TikTok.
TikTok boy, get out of here. Go dance on someone else's field. Pittsburgh, get the hell out. I'd rather see Tennessee Titans in this top 10 list, who I think should probably be like top 7, top 6, but guess not. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, Derrick Henry is a man among boys. I mean, he'll literally
Julio
like
Jones.
Julio, AJ Brown, Ryan Tannehill. Okay, whatever. They caught a little COVID. I don't care. They're gonna freaking, they're gonna come back fine, and they're gonna come back, run the ball down your throat. You're gonna come up, try to pressure, try to blitz. Oh shoot, who am I throwing down? Freaking Julio or AJ Brown. They're probably gonna play patty cake running past you, and they're gonna try to see who's gonna freaking break the all-time for seasons catch and all-time season yards. You could say that's the best wide receiver duo in the freaking game. Can you name a better besides, probably on the Chiefs or, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby, of course. But that's
Yeah,
besides
I was about to say you
no,
did
like
say Tampa Bay.
two grown ass men. You got Tyreek Hill, who's a quick little guy. You got like Mike Evans, who's a grown ass man, but you got Antonio Brown. Then you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like two grown ass men who are like 6'3" plus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait, how big is AJ Brown though? Isn't he pretty big?
I think like 6'2", 6'3". I feel
that's
like
a grown ass man.
Yeah,
that's a grown ass man. Pittsburgh. I don't know who you're trying to fool.
Dude, Pittsburgh ain't top 12.
Man, whatever. Whatever, man.
So Jack, going looking at this again, I would do a simple switch here. I would switch San Fran and Seattle. I'd move San Fran up to 6, Seattle down to 8. I'd be fine with that. Only because I think Kittle, Garoppolo.
Right.
You talk about that run game, Kyle Shanahan, back with all the boys. I think they're going to be really good this year. I don't think that they're a Super Bowl team, but I think that they're a playoff team. They're a division contender, and they could make some noise. The Pittsburgh Steelers ain't got no damn business being on this list. That's all I got to say. They are not a top 10 football team, not even close. I would put Tennessee Titans up here at number 9. Like you said, Jake. 3 grown-ass men. Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown, Julio Jones. Tannehill, I think, is really coming to his own as a football player since going to Tennessee. Obviously, you still got Coach Vrabel there, who I like Mike Vrabel. I think he's a very underrated coach. I think people don't talk about him enough. And yeah,
but I got two teams that I think should take the place of Steelers, and then at number 11. Where are the Cardinals, man? The Cardinals are at 18. And then you got hold on, where are they? Then you got the Patriots who are at 14. I understand with the QB carousel in New England. Fine. 14 though. They got a lot of talent, but I'll leave that one there. The Arizona Cardinals are at 18. I'm just saying. That's pretty tough. But I'm concerned about the freaking Cardinals here, man. The Cardinals ain't getting no respect on their name. I don't think, they're top tier. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. Put some respect on their name, man. That's all I got to say. And then the freaking Bears. The Bears are freaking 19. We're at least 18, 17. Give us some more respect on the name, man. Besides the point.
If Justin Fields is playing quarterback, maybe Jake.
Me
But
too. Me too. Me too,
y'all
son.
got y'all got the red rifle.
Red Rocket, bro. The Red Rocket. I would
What?
not start. Oh my God, someone's gonna. You could file lawsuits playing against the Rams, man. That you see him, Aaron Donald, God.
So
Big ass
Jake,
man.
I would say this. New England, Arizona, I agree should be higher.
The Saints are higher than them. Freaking the guy who eats
Well,
dogs is higher than
I
them.
mean the thing about the Cardinals, I think that a lot of people are kind of being cautious with is Jake. What do we normally see when a new team kind of forms together? There's a little bit of pump and brakes the first year. Not many people were on Tampa Bay last year until they kind of figured things out. Obviously you were, I was even on them. I said, hey, y'all Tampa fans need to relax. Y'all going to be good. Seriously, you got Tom Brady, the
Yeah.
greatest quarterback of all time. But
Yeah.
you see that people pump the brakes a little bit. And I think that's what people are doing with Arizona. I think they're pumping the brakes a little bit. 18, I think, is too low. I think they should be in like the 10 to 13
Yeah.
type ranking. I don't think they're a Super Bowl team either. And I think in their division too. I mean, you talk about here, you talk about Seattle, San Fran, and the Rams, who I think are a little bit better than them. And it'll be interesting to see. But I'm interested to see Kyler play this year. I think he has potential to do great things. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones, a lot of talent on that team. So it'll be a fun, interesting team to watch.
Totally. I agree with you. Um, I'll leave it at that. I think, this is a good foundation of what to see, what to come from the NFL this season. It's definitely going to be a carousel. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be drama, which we all love. It's what we feed off of. I'm excited for the NFL season. It's my favorite season. There's 5 seasons in the world. You got winter, you got spring, you got summer, you got fall, and then you got the NFL season. Just happens to be during, summer and fall and a little bit of winter, but there's a fifth one. People just don't know about it, Dunkel. I'm just letting you know. I'm
Well,
excited.
I'm telling you all this right now. I've obviously referenced this on the Instagram, boys, but the Sunday shows are coming back September 12th. Y'all better be ready. Me and Jake are going to tell you what's going on September 12th because you guys will have to tune into the Dunk Productions YouTube to find out at
Mm-hmm.
around probably 9:30 in the morning on Sunday, September 12th.
I'll have my
Yep.
cup of Joe ready.
Okay, Joe, I like it. All
Cup
right.
of Joe.
I will definitely be having some Mountain Dew at that time. We are going to be fired up like the Carthage Firebirds. Jake, good to have you back, man. Good to have you back.
Good to be back, man. Definitely. It's definitely good to be back. I missed it.
I missed it too, Jake. Thank you so much for popping on, Jake. Y'all have a great night. Keep making every moment matter and peace out.